Hi YouTube, it's Jen here again. I'm here to talk about my second week on Nutrisystem and the results and how I'm feeling about it and some tips if you like them. So let's get started. I do have my little paper down here, so I'm going to be glancing down a lot. I hope you don't mind. So on my second week of Nutrisystem, I have lost 6.4, after my first week of Nutrisystem, I have lost 6.4 pounds. I was so excited I couldn't even talk. I also lost 2.5 inches. That's pretty good results, I think. On a first week of a diet plan, I think that's really good results. Now, you're thinking, okay, that's great. It's mostly water weight. And how long lasting is this diet going to be? Well, let's get started and talk about it. So the first week, as you know, is called the Turbo 10. And you eat just the Nutrisystem foods, no Nutrisystem snacks, and you add in your own vegetables only. You also are provided with 2 Nutrisystem shakes a day. So, following that diet, I was very good. I did not cheat, and I made it through, and I was just fine. I felt very good about it. I feel like my skin is a little bit more glowy. My body feels a little bit less sluggish, and just overall good feelings, I would say. It was a little bit difficult in the beginning, but you get the hang of it after a few days and you just learn to eat your vegetables, like your mom always told you. So, the second week, I am 3 days into the second week of Nutrisystem. The second week is where you get the 3 Nutrisystem meals a day and a Nutrisystem snack. You also are supposed to add in a few other grocery items that you provide yourself. So, I have started to do what's called flex meals. On Nutrisystem, you're allowed the 2 flex meals a week, 1 lunch and 1 dinner. The lunch, you add in 1 power fuel, which is basically a lean protein, and 1 smart carb, which is basically just like whole wheat veggies, like whole wheat carbs and like fruit and that kind of thing. So in your dinner, you get 2 of the power fuels, which are proteins, and 1 of the smart carb. So we had Easter last weekend, and I did very well. I did my flex meals by just portioning out what they recommend with just a measuring scoop, and I thought it worked pretty easy. I felt like I got to participate in Easter, which was great, and I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. I got to eat the same food everybody else did, and I really got to experience Easter, sitting with the family, eating, talking over a family meal. So that was great. We had ham, potato casserole, green bean casserole, fruit salad, and rolls. And so I didn't eat any of the fruit salad. I saved that for the next day. And you're thinking, yeah, green bean casserole, potato casserole, not very healthy. How did you manage that? On Nutrisystem, you're also allowed 3 extras, is what they're called, a day, which is anything that gives you more flavor or more satisfaction in your food and basically helps you stick to your diet a little bit more. So I considered the like cream of mushroom soup and that kind of, and the sour cream and the potatoes as an extra, and I just made my portion a little bit smaller than the half a cup that they would recommend. And I didn't eat any of the cornflakes on the top of the potatoes, and I didn't eat any of the fried onion strings on top of the green bean casserole. So I felt like I was pretty good, and I didn't feel guilty about it. So because of the flex meals, I got to participate, and I thought that was great. So now moving on to the start of this week a little bit more. I've been doing the 3 Nutrisystem meals and the snack, and I thought that was been working really good. I haven't been adding in all of the power fuels that they recommend. I just feel like for me they're unnecessary, and I haven't been having any cravings or needing to eat that extra food. So the extra food for me kind of is just a waste, and I feel like it's extra calories. So my successes for last week. So on Friday, my family came down and we ate at a pizzeria, and I did not cheat. I ordered a salad and I felt like that counted as my 2 vegetable servings for that meal. I also brought my Italian herb flatbread pizza from home. I cooked it before we left, put it in a Tupperware, and brought it with me in my son's diaper bag. I just added some spinach and some tomato to the top, and I ate it while everyone else was eating out, and I felt really good about it. So, what else? Let's see. Oh, also, my successes. We had gas station donuts, like cake donuts, for the family for breakfast while they were here, and I did not eat any. I had a Nutrisystem donut both days that we had breakfast, and I did not touch the regular donuts, so that was very good. The Nutrisystem donut was not a real donut. I mean, it tasted good and had chocolate on the top, which was a plus, but it's not as light and airy as like a regular donut. But it was good, and I felt like I was still participating and kind of eating what everyone else was, so it wasn't like a big deal. So that was good. Anyways, what else? So I also made sure that I did not eat the same dessert everyone else had. We had cheesecake for dessert for Easter, and I did not eat any of it, and I felt like, and let me start over. So they had cheesecake for dessert. It was 350 calories for a teeny weeny little slice, like this big. And I didn't feel like, I didn't feel like I needed it. I felt like by learning Nutrisystem, you're learning like, hey, you cannot eat the cheesecake and you're gonna be fine, and you don't have to run for an hour and a half on the treadmill to burn it off. Save myself some leg work, right? No big deal. Also, we had popcorn, and I didn't eat any popcorn. I was still on my first week of Nutrisystem, so I didn't eat the popcorn, even though Nutrisystem offers that as a snack. I didn't eat it. Also, we went out to a bar with my dad, and they were having a few beers or whatever, and I just had my Diet Coke, and I stuck to my diet, no alcohol, and I didn't feel bad about it. I felt like I was having the same amount of fun, listening to the band, people watching, and I didn't feel like I was strange for not participating in that. So that was good. What else? Let's see. So on the second week of Nutrisystem, I have tried several foods already. Some of my favorites, there was the fudge brownie, which is the shelf-stable brownie, and that was really good. I heated it up for a couple seconds in the microwave, and it tasted awesome. My son really liked it too. He thought it was good. I had the red velvet whoopie pie. That's a freezer item, and that was super good. Oh my gosh. I had to pass it around to the rest of my family, so it only is about this big. And I was left with about half of it after I let everybody try it, because it was so good. I had to tell them, hey, I'm not having diet food. I'm having red velvet whoopie pie, and it is amazing, and they all loved it. So that's a winner. Like I said, I had the Italian herb and cheese flatbread pizza. I added spinach and tomatoes to that, and it was super good. It filled me up as long as I had my little side salad with it, and I felt like I was eating pizza with the rest of the family, so that was really good. The main other really good things that I've had so far are all of the breakfast muffins are very delicious. I had chili one night, the little cups of chili, and I actually just poured that over my broccoli that I had that night because I was kind of getting sick of broccoli. And it tasted, and it kind of hid the broccoli taste, and I thought it was kind of good. So, little tip, you can try it if you like it. I have tried the stuffed shells. That's a freezer item. It's just like 2 big pasta shells that are stuffed with like cheese and spinach, and has a red meat sauce that goes over the top, and that was really good. It was just 2 little shells, which seemed really small, but once I added my veggies with it, I thought that was the perfect portion, so I was very happy with that. Also today for lunch, I had the steak and cheese melt, which is like a breaded steak and Philly cheesesteak with peppers and onions, and that was really good too, so I would get that again, definitely. Some things I definitely wouldn't reorder I wouldn't reorder the ham and bean soup. I thought it was kind of bland. Didn't really do it for me, not my favorite. The trail mix bar, that was a breakfast item, and it was not very flavorful either. It was okay, but just not very good. And the chicken Alfredo, the shelf-stable pantry one, that didn't have a lot of flavor either. It was okay, but it wasn't something that I would pick over another item that Nutrisystem offers. So that's kind of what I've tried, what I found that I liked and what I didn't like. So for this week, I have no more flex meals. I use them on Saturday night and Sunday for lunch. So I'm out of flex meals for this week. So I'm going to stick to my Nutrisystem, keep doing that, which I have to say I haven't had any issues sticking with that plan yet. I think the food is very good. Maybe in the future some things are going to get old. We'll have to just see how it goes. But so far I really like everything and it tastes great. What else? I'm going to be adding in the yogurt and nuts for my power fuels. I think you eat like 3 a day. So those are just going to be like my morning snack or my afternoon snack, or maybe with my breakfast or something like that. So I'll add those in. I might add in some eggs, or I made a protein shake the other day for one of my snacks, and that's you can add that into the Nutrisystem program. So you just have to measure everything and make sure you're within what they recommend. So I'm going to continue to do that. I think for my smart carbs, I'm just going to stick with fruit for the most part. You can have bread. I did have a roll on my flex meal, which was included. I think you could definitely leave that out unless you're someone who like craves the bread. But for me, it was just like, just extra calories. I didn't really need it. So I might add that in, I might not, just depends. Otherwise, you can add in some rice or some whole wheat pasta. Always whole wheat, no white rice or white bread or whatever. But I think I could add that in for my additions that Nutrisystem asks you to add into your requirements. So that's my plan for this next week. I have to say some of my jeans are a little different fitting, which is really starting to excite me. I have calculated in my Numi app that I had lost, when I lost my 5th pound, it came up as like a congratulations, you lost 5 pounds, and I was so proud of myself. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it helped you in some way. I hope you can feel as good as I am feeling on this plan. And I definitely, as of week 2, highly recommend it. So if you're thinking about doing Nutrisystem and maybe you only have a few pounds to lose, I would do it. It's a good service so far. So stick with me, and I'll keep you updated. Thanks. Bye.